Happy video day, guys. Today we're doing another 5-day challenge. So I had talked about maybe doing some of the summer palettes that I'm going to be using for the summer. It's kind of ending, but we're still in the summer. And I decided to do some of these as a 5-day challenge to kind of use them, make some looks, kind of give you guys the 411, and basically use them 5 days straight and give it to you guys straight of what I think about the actual palette. And there's some of these older palettes that are still in the market. A lot of people still might want, or maybe you own them and you want ideas of how to use them. So Natasha Denona Bronze Palette is going to be our first 5-day challenge of an existing palette in my collection, and I decided to use this little baby for 5 days straight. And I do different looks depending on if it is a more casual day or sometimes more glamified days, to give you guys just an idea how versatile is this palette. And I have a lot to say about this palette. This was a really fun one to use. If you are not subscribed, don't forget to go ahead and hit subscribe, especially if you like these 5-day challenges. I have a whole playlist. So if there is a palette that you are looking at, or maybe you already own, you might want to check out the playlist to get ideas, some inspiration, and maybe get some thoughts. So anyways, let's get into the 5 days and I'll give you guys final verdict at the end. All right, so our next 5-day challenge, I'm gonna be using the bronze palette. So this is gonna be different. We're going back in time. We're gonna start using some older palettes every once in a while, especially now that there's like not as many new releases coming out. So we're gonna play with this. Let's do a bronze look. This is part of my summer palettes. I feel like we're already in the fall. It's July. I feel like, oh my God, why is time going by so quickly? Today I'm actually gonna go to the keys. So I don't need anything like very dramatic, but I guess I could play a little bit. So I'm gonna start off with this color called Beach. We're gonna put that all over the lids. We'll do like a bronzy look, something that looks beachy. Let's see, we'll do something like bronzy. So like I look bronzy for today's adventure. Nothing huge planned on the schedule for today, but a nice bronzy lid will always work out for me. I think what I'll do next is, which shade? Let's jump into Magma. Magma. Doesn't that mean like volcano, right? Magma? I guess I'll put it on the inner portion as well. Let's do like a halo eye. I haven't done a halo in so long. I'm gonna do a halo eye. Let's blend them together with Sundown. And let's add a little bit of True Copper in the center. Ooh, there's a True Copper. That's a True Copper for sure. It's really pretty. A little brighter than I wanted. Let's get into Sundown and mix that all together. Let's grab it into Magma again. Run that on the lower lash line. Sundown. And I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna finish this off, liner, mascara. You'll see the final look. I think this is gonna come out really, really pretty and bronzy when everything's put together. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, so day number 1's look is finished. This is what it looks like. I think it came out really, really pretty, kind of what I was going for. Maybe a little bit more dramatic than I wanted, but it's good enough. It's really pretty. I went ahead and finished off the lips with Amazing Jen from Charlotte Tilbury, my eyes shadow. My mascara is Rare Beauty. I used the KVD brown liner on the lower lash line. I also added a little bit on the top. And what else did I do? I think that was basically it. So that's how I came out with this look. I think it's really, really pretty. A successful day 1. This is definitely gonna look really nice going to the keys right now. Maybe a little bit too nice, but whatever. It looks really good. Actually, I feel like my eye's a little itchy on this side. Like I'm wondering if that color Magma that has a little bit of like red in it, I wonder if it itches my eye a little bit. But I guess I will find out tomorrow if my eyes are dry. But other than that, I think it looks really, really beautiful. So I will see you guys in day number 2. All right, guys, we are on our next day of my 5-day challenge using the bronze palette. So today's look looks just like this. It looks actually really pretty. So what I did was I used the brown liner from Natasha Denona on the top, Rare Beauty mascara, And my lips are actually from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm wearing Sexy Sienna. So this is actually a really pretty look, a little cool tone, right? So let me show you guys what I did. I actually used some of the colors that I was missing on using, which was Podium. I actually put that all over the lid on the inner portion. And then on the outer edge, I just put the color Glooming. And then I blended everything out with the color Beach. So that's the colors that I used. So I used 3 different colors, created this beautiful look. I really like it, and it's a little bit more cool tone, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so this is a different look and I actually like it. So I will see you guys in the next day. All right, so we have another fun-filled day of the bronze palette from Natasha. What should we do on the eyes today? We did like a smoky look with the browns. I almost want to try to do something smoky with this palette with a little bit of like gold accents to it. So we're going to try something a little different. What I'm going to do is jump into the color called Deep Dive. I've actually never used this color in the palette. So let's put that all over the lid. I think I'm going to mix it in with the color Rhodium or something like that. Okay, I need a better brush. This brush. Why am I trying to use this brush for this? Okay, so let's go ahead and place that on the lid. I'm going to put it all over. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to grab this color called Rhodium. Rhodium. I want to kind of like put that on top. See how different we can get this eye look from everything else you could do. This is a very bronzy palette. Ooh, I hear some thunder out there. Ooh. Okay, I want to grab it into the color. Let's do Ridge. I don't think we've used Ridge yet. Ooh, you hear that? Do I like the way these two colors look together? I don't. Just try not to mix them in too much. Then let's get the color Silk. Let's kind of just like pop that in the center of the lid. I really like this color Silk. This is like really pretty. I'm gonna mix it in with Rhodium. That's a cool looking eye look. Okay, so let's grab Deep Dive one more time. Let's deepen this side a little bit, the inner and outer, just a little bit because I like my eyes to go up. I think I say that in every single one of these videos. I like my eyes to go up, so that's what I do. So I always like the outer V to be the deepest. And then let's grab a little bit of this deep color and put it on the lower lash line. So we'll go back into Deep Dive. Let's blend it out with the same color, Ridge. Then we're gonna grab a little bit of the gold that I put on the silk, the silky color, and I'm gonna add that right here in the inner portion. And that looks kind of cool. Let me put on some liner, mascara. It's gonna finish off the look. I'll put on a cool shirt and I will be right back. All right guys, so here is the final look. So what I did was I finished off the look with Natasha Denona's Macro Blade on the top, Rare Beauty mascara, the KVD black eyeliner on the lower lash line, and then I kind of smudged it. And my lips is the color Amorosa from Natasha Denona. That's how I created this look, and I have to say, I think I really love it because it kind of has like a cool tone vibe, which you wouldn't really expect from the bronze palette, right? Because like these two shades over here, they actually give you like a cool tone. Of course, I added a little bit of the warmth with this color right here, Ridge, but still at the end of the day, it does have a little bit more of like a cool tone effect, even with that silky color that's like that champagne. So I do like the variation that we could do something a little bit different, because everything else in here, everything else I think that we're gonna do is gonna be very bronzed, you know, like we're gonna look like bronze goddesses, and probably the next look will go more into like the reddish pinky colors. But anyways, I really like this look. Like, I'm actually shocked. I'm actually pretty impressed that I could create this look with this palette. Looks like something I would have created with the Glam palette, you know? So today is a huge success. I really, really love this look. So yeah, 2 thumbs up for today. I'll see you guys in the next day. Good morning, guys. So 5-day challenge continuing with the bronze palette. Today's eye look is actually really pretty. And today's lighting is actually good, so you guys can see it good. So What I did was I put a little goldish color with the red tint, and I think it came out really, really nice. So this is like a dayish look that's still a little dramatic. Let me show you guys the colors if I can open up this palette. All right, so what I did was I used the color Alloy right here, and that's what I put in the inner portion of the eye, and then I blended this color right here called High Degree, which is like the reddish color, and I put that on the outer edge. I used the color, which one? Suntan right here. That's what I used to blend the top and the side, and that's how I kind of created this look. So it's just a mixture of like a gold and a red, so it gives you kind of like that, I don't know, bronzy sunset look. And then I used my brown Natasha Denona liner, and I kind of just created like a little tiny wing and smoked it, nothing big. Rare Beauty mascara. My lipstick is Sexy Sienna from Charlotte Tilbury, and that's it. That's how I came up with this look, and I actually really like this one. I think it's a nice casual but pretty look. I'm gonna go throw on some clothes, and I am heading to the Keys. So yeah, that was it. All right, so we have come to the last day of the bronze palette, and we're gonna play with some of these cool pinky shades. I think what we're gonna do is, let's start off with this color Bliss. It's just gonna keep on staring at it. I think it could be really pretty. Oh, that's so cool. It's kind of like a shifty shade that I kind of just want to put all over the lid. But like, it's like pink, and then it has like gold in it. It does shift a little bit, but it's kind of cool. I usually don't like these kind of shades, but to deepen out my outer V, there's a lot of like metallics in this palette. Never noticed that before, and not that many like mattes. I think I use Suntan, I guess. Add that to the outer V. Kind of do a nice little V. Wow, that color was so cool. It kind of like just did the whole eye look, didn't it? Let's grab a little bit of, what other color have I not used? I used True Bronze. I feel like I've used so many of these colors. True Bronze. Down the inner portion. Amp up a little bit of that eye look a little bit. You guys, there's not many times that I'm like, hey, you know what? I think that's about all I need to do. But this is kind of telling me that. I think I'm just going to run a little bit of the brown suntan on the lower lash line. And then smoke it out a little bit. I think I'm going to grab a little bit of Magma. And just like right here, right in the inner rim, just add a little bit of definition just to make it a little richer. But I really like the subtlety of this eye. That's so pretty. So to finish it off, I'm just gonna blend everything together with the color Beach. Really nice blending, very neutral shade. And it doesn't really do too much, so I could just kind of put it everywhere, and it will kind of just blend all the edges together. That's so pretty. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put on liner, mascara, finish off this eye, and I think this is gonna be really, really pretty, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here is the final look using the bronze palette. This looks really pretty. So I finished off the look with Natasha Denona's Macro Tex in the purpley color. I thought that could look really awesome with this color combination. So I put the purple liner on the top and smudged it on the lower lash line. I kind of think this looks so cool. And then Rare Beauty mascara. What else did I do? Think that's it. The lip color is actually the new Selena Gomez lip colors, and it's the color Fun, which I will have a review video kind of testing the product coming very soon. So anyways, let's zoom out. I'll give you guys final thoughts, and yeah, let's get into that. I am kind of shocked with day number 1, to be honest, that I was able to do something so cool toned with this palette. Like, it wasn't expected. You look at this and you just think warmth, warmth, warmth. You don't even think of like a cool toned smoky eye. That was very different and kind of exciting because it makes this palette a little bit more versatile for me. Another thing that was pretty interesting is when I did do like more of like the reddish looks, I didn't feel like they went so red that it was annoying for me. I don't really love like red. Now there is one thing. I will say that there is a little bit of a red in here, which I'm figuring it's probably whatever red pigment that they put in here. That doesn't irritate my eyes, but does make them a little bit drier. It's probably just the formula for me personally, and I know some people do have sensitive eyes, so just keep that in mind. It is definitely not bad because I've got some palettes that literally kill my eyes, and this one didn't, but I did notice my eyes were a little bit sensitive after, I believe it was the color Magma. I think it was between Magma or High Degree, one of these two, that I used it very close to my waterline, and I started feeling a little dryness the next day, okay? But besides that, I will say that I think that this palette was phenomenal. Today's look is so easy, so pretty, so effortless, but at the same time, it just packs such a good punch, like in person without lights in my face. This looks so beautiful. I love the reflection and the way that the eye look kind of like glistens depending on how you move your eye. This color Bliss is really, really beautiful. So I really like this. I think the only downfall to this is there is a lot of kind of like metallic-y bronzies in this palette that I think are very similar. So like True Bronze, True Copper, and Silk, and even Daily. Like if you look at all four of these, yes, they are all different tones of like a bronze, but they're really, really close, you know? So would I have hoped that maybe between these two and these two, maybe we could have gotten something a little different? That would have probably been better. Like instead of giving us so many that looked kind of similar, maybe if we would have gotten something in a different color family just to kind of break apart the whole coppery bronze look. I know it's a bronze palette, Christina. It should be bronze. Just because there's so many bronzy like goldies, I wish there was something just a tad different, but that's just being extremely picky. I think this color right here, this color Silk is literally like silk. It is like, that formula is so insane. Out of all of them, I think Daily is the one to me is just the least impactful when it comes to these coppery shades. I really do love the blending shades. I think she gave us 3 really cool blending shades. They're really, really nice. This color Beach ended up being used a lot by me to blend things out, and these two, you know, this one goes a little bit more on the yellowy side, this one's a little bit more orangey, so they are kind of cool. Very different for blending. I wish there was maybe one more matte in here. Maybe a true deep brown would have been really nice. I think that that could have been one of the replacements for one of these goldy copper metallics. Probably would have helped to really tie together looks a little bit better. But overall, I think it's a very beautiful palette. I think that I created really, really, really nice looks, and definitely is something that I'm going to reach for more often when I want to do like these bronzy style looks. So definitely it's one that you can add if you like this color story. Very consistent formula. Definitely the formula is delicious on this one. And yeah, I created some really pretty looks, like really pretty, very vibrant, super rich. The colors lasted really long on my lids, so I am happy with it. I think that this was a beautiful 5-day challenge, and I'm happy I did it because I honestly have not even used that palette that much. So now I kind of get an idea of where I can go with it. But anyways, that is all I have for today's 5-day challenge. If you have this palette, leave your comments down below for your friends here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.